lot of you love my review videos where I just give an honest opinion about something, popular or not. And obviously you unsubscribe the minute I upload them because you can't be subscribed to someone who has a different opinion to you. I don't get the ideology, but you do you. And since I'm a big Harry Potter fan and make lots of videos about Harry Potter, for a while now I've been wanting to review the Harry Potter films, and that went really well. But if I was to review all of them, that would take 8 videos, and considering how consistently I upload, that would probably take like 8 weeks. So I decided not to do that, which is why today I'm going to be reviewing every single Harry Potter film in one short, and I actually know how long this video is because I haven't finished it. I've just started like a few minutes ago. I meant to say video. One short video. Harry Potter films are confusing to me, because usually my opinions are so black and white, either I like something or I don't. With the Harry Potter films, I genuinely don't know what I think. For every positive, there's a negative, and vice versa. I don't dislike the Harry Potter films, but I also don't like them that much. Like, yeah, they're actually a good book-to-movie adaptation, and one of the reasons why Harry Potter is still popular 10 years after the final book's release. Because there have been lots of other book series to come out since then with weaker films, and where are they now? I actually don't know. Do they still have fan bases? And the films are definitely a contributing factor towards getting a lot of kids into reading, and you can't fault them for that. But then, because the adaptations are good, there's also the opposite side of the spectrum, being people who got the gist of the story from the films and then go on to think they're an expert without reading the book, and then leave countless stupid comments on my videos about things that are explained in the book. And because they're similar enough but the films changed a few things, they've just morphed into one in everyone's brains, and even I sometimes forget about what's canon and what's not. Where did Snape die again? The boathouse, right? I don't know, I've never had such mixed feelings towards anything in my entire life, so here are my reviews of every single film, one by one. First, we've got The Philosopher's Stone, and it annoys me that this film is officially called The Sorcerer's Stone, so negative points right from the start. I'm not actually doing points. Nicholas Flamel was a real person, so why change the name of his stone? Anyway, as a whole, I think this film's a very good adaptation. It has a very magical feel to it, and that's very important because it had to have a magical feel to it because there's magic in the film. There are only a few minor changes made to the story, and the casting's very good. And while the child actors are, well, young, they're not very good. Doesn't really matter because it's the first story and it's just there to set the tone, and it does a good job of that. So on to the next one, The Chamber of Secrets. The most underrated Harry Potter film. Fight me. It basically sticks to the book 100%. Like, yeah, it cut out the Death Day party, but who cares? And well, yeah, there are a few things that look a little cringy 15 years later, like the Quidditch and this scene. Yeah, that really didn't age well. I think it's a good film. Also, it ties into the overall story in a much more important way than the other early books. We've got Voldemort's backstory delved into, the first Horcrux is destroyed, and there are even hints of Harry and Ginny's future relationship. I honestly have no idea why people say The Chamber of Secrets is their least favorite. It's one of the better ones. And talking about one of the better ones, next up we've got The Prisoner of Azkaban, which cinematically speaking is hands down the best. And by that I mean, if they were all standalone films and they weren't connected by this overarching story, this would be the best one. And I think a lot of people agree with that as well. There's a really popular YouTube video on this exact topic. And yeah, this film looks beautiful. The filming's just incredible, and it's such a shame this film has absolutely no importance to the overall story of Harry Potter. Like, you could cut this one out and I don't think you'd miss out on that much. I guess they introduces Sirius, but then he dies 2 films later, so isn't actually that important. But then again, I guess it does introduce Peter Pettigrew, who brings back Voldemort and saves Harry, Ron, and Hermione's lives during the death of the Hallows, except that's not included in the films, so he's also irrelevant. But as I said, as a standalone film, it's the best one. Which takes us to The Goblet of Fire, the first book that's super long and genuinely needed big things being cut out for it to fit in a feature-length movie. And they changed so many important things, it makes me mad.
Harry, you put your name in the Goblet of Fire.
How hard would it have been for Dumbledore just to have said, "Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire, Harry?" He wouldn't have even needed to break a sweat. Quidditch World Cup is the single most disappointing moment in all the movies. They show all the build-up and don't show the actual match. There are no house elves in this film, despite being important in the books, and let that be a common theme, because that keeps happening. But worst of all, the maze. In the book, to navigate through the maze, you have to use an in-depth knowledge of magic, and Harry comes across a Dementor, a blast-ended Scrooge, a gigantic spider, and a Sphinx, showing that he truly is a talented wizard. But in the film, I don't even know what the challenge is with the maze. Don't get swallowed up? Like, I don't get it. What's sad is that this film had the potential to be the best film if it was done right, because it is the perfect film for exciting action sequences. And when they're done right, they look really good. For example, the first 2 tasks, which are awesome and make the film really good, but unfortunately, in my opinion, it's let down by the small changes it made. Which sees us on to the Order of the Phoenix, and I'm gonna be honest, this is my least favorite of the books. I remember when I first read them at like 7 or 8 years old, I stopped reading this one about 10 times because it was so much more boring than the others. One thing I specifically remember is you go for about 200 straight pages of Umbridge just constantly implementing new rules and taking over the school while Harry is always in detention. Well, this film turned those 200 pages into a short, sweet montage, and It was actually very concise and well done. There was no Quidditch, which is so disappointing. Ginny's character is pretty disappointing in this film because she's done no justice. But the film, unlike the book, was actually to the point and short and ended with the duel between Voldemort and Dumbledore, which, for lack of a better word, was sick. So yeah, as adaptations go, I'd probably rather watch this film than read the book, and that's the only one I'd say that about, so pretty high praise. Which is such a nice and positive way to lead into my favourite book, The Half-Blood Prince. But somehow, this adaptation was so bad, I would rather watch the film of my least favourite book than the film of my favourite book. I'm like 90% sure I've ranted about this before, but I'm gonna do it again. This film put romance over plot. They decided that Ron and Lavender's relationship was more important than Harry and Dumbledore delving into Voldemort's memories. But somehow, that's not even it with this film. There's a scene where the Death Eaters attack the burrow and burn it down for some reason. Like, I literally have no idea why. That doesn't happen in the books, and it doesn't add anything to the film at all. Also, what is this?
So I thought you couldn't operate within Hogwarts?
Well, being me has its privileges.
No, you can't operate on the Hogwarts grounds. This is just wrong. It's stuff like this in the films that confuses people about what's canon and what's not. But I know, it's fine. The ending of this book's great with the battle at the astronomy tower, except wait, they cut it out. They literally don't show the battle going on between the students and the teachers and the Death Eaters. It just makes me so... Okay, I don't hate it enough to snap it in half, but... it's my least favourite one. While there are some good scenes, I'm not even going to bother. Let's move on to The Deathly Hallows, Part 1. Finally, they split a book in two so they could fit everything in the films. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got to take this. Hello? Yeah. Wait, so you're telling me that Regulus Black's story wasn't in the film despite the fact it was split in two parts? And that they did have enough time to put it in, but instead chose to have 2 minutes of Harry and Hermione dancing in the film? I do like this film though, because it's different to the other Harry Potter films. For once, it's not taking place in Hogwarts, and it's just got a different feel to it, in a good way. But I also dislike this film, because it's different to the other Harry Potter films, and they spend half the movie doing nothing in the middle of a forest. Yeah, Deathly Hallows Part 1 really represents my feelings on the Harry Potter films. I don't know whether I like it or I dislike it. Which finally brings me on to the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The best one, easily. Unlike Part 1, it moves fast and keeps you on the edge of your seat, and I feel like someone who hadn't even seen the other 7 films would be gripped and still enjoy it. The acting is good, the effects are good, and I just really felt it. Like, I really felt like I was there. And I honestly think the Snape's Memories scenes is one of my favorite scenes in movie history. Ruined by the fact they cast a girl with brown eyes to play Lily. Like, okay, I've heard a rumor before that Daniel Radcliffe couldn't wear colored contacts, but how hard would it have been to find someone with the same color eyes as Daniel Radcliffe? And it just doesn't make sense at all, considering Snape's last line is literally,
You have your mother's eyes.
no disrespect to the girl who played her, you could probably beat me up. You did a good job. I'm just saying the casting could have been better. But honestly, that's the only criticism I have. Overall, I think it's the perfect end to a great story, and I really like it. And those are all my thoughts on the Harry Potter films in... I still don't know how long this has been, because I've been recording for like an hour and a half, so... in an hour and a half, I imagine it's been shorter for you. The video will be filled with jump cuts. If you enjoyed this video and like my reviews and want me to keep making them, make sure to leave a like, otherwise I'm gonna stop making them. The threat has been made. Leave a like. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Check out my other social medias, including Instagram and Twitter, by checking them out in the description. You can watch another video by clicking here. You can check out my merch here and in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.